So a variety of different scales, and it's a pretty easy to use, pretty good product. Hi, this is Marlin at Hearns Hobbies. I just want to talk today about some exciting new products that we've received from DCCconcepts. So these are a range of products that you would use to help with the model railway track making and layout building process, and a few little tools to help with smoother running of your rolling stock as well. So I think the first thing we'll look at is the axle bearing reamer. And now DCCconcepts produces these for a variety of different gauges, HO, OO, and N. Basically these are used to improve the bearing surface. And I'll just remove the wheel, the axle, from this particular bogie. And you can see that there's a bearing pocket for the wheel to go into. And in order to allow for freer running and lower rolling resistance, they've created these little tools. So you can actually ream out the bearing hole like this and smooth it out, and just give it a bit freer operation. Alternatively, you could also fit this into the same spot that the axle lived in and actually run it for a little while. And that will smooth it out, and theoretically it'll give you smoother running, benefits of which is your locomotive won't have to work as hard to get the job done. That's a very easy way to improve the running quality of your rolling stock. I'll put this back in. Again, so a variety of different scales, and it's a pretty easy to use, pretty good product. And some other things we're going to look at are the rail cutters. DCCconcepts produces these specifically for cutting rail. There's a heavy duty variety and one for lighter duty track. So let's have a look at the heavy duty one. You would use this primarily for larger scales like HO, OO, and going up into like O scale. This has a larger, more substantial cutting head on it than the standard one, and a good spring release action. So that'll give you a nice, clean, precise cut, which you may have to tidy up with a file afterwards. I've found that often is the case when you're cutting rail, but this will give you a really, really good, easy, very clean cut, as opposed to other methods like using a hacksaw or something of that nature. So designed for purpose, and a very good product for that. Another thing we're going to look at is baseboard construction and tools that you might use for that. So if you have a modular layout where you might have segments that you connect together, whether that layout be something that's portable or if it's something that's taken to events, it can be very difficult to make sure that those boards align. You can have issues with heating and contraction and expansion with heat and cold. And that might impact how things fit together. So one way to deal with that, and also to just make sure that things are done very well as far as workmanship goes, is aligning your baseboards with dowels. So DCCconcepts produces these dowel alignment dowels. They're made from a nice anodized aluminium, and you can also get from them this kit that allows you to drill the pilot hole, and then the holes required to allow these dowels to fit flush. And then they'll fit flush with the sides of the baseboards, which will allow you to then connect them together and then further secure them with wing nuts or some nuts and bolts. But the primary idea of this isn't necessarily to hold baseboards together, but to ensure that the baseboards are held together as perfectly aligned as possible. So there we go. That's just a quick look at some exciting new products that we have in the store. And yeah, just have a look at DCCconcepts on our website and you'll find a whole bunch of great stuff. Thank you guys. Have a great day.